Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Olabisi Margaret. I'm a YouTuber based in the UK. If you're new here, welcome. I'm happy to see you here. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. You know you have my heart. You have my heart any day, anytime. I'm always happy to have you back here. So in today's video, I will be talking about natural hair terminologies or natural hair terms, or I just call them natural hair jargon, so to speak. Not like the jargons, bad jargons, but good jargons. I mean those things about natural hair you do not understand, or those things your natural hair influencers and content creators always mention in their videos and content. So if you're a natural hair lover like myself, or you're looking to start your natural hair journey, this video is for you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So let me give you guys a backstory here. I have always been on natural hair since like I ever remember. And funny enough, guys, if I go to my family house till tomorrow, they still call me Mama Ajasko. You know why? Wait, for those of you that don't know Mama Ajasko or Papa Ajasko, it was this Nigerian, well, I call it series or TV show we used to watch when we were a lot younger back in Nigeria. It's very popular. Mama Ajasko, Super Story, and all those bits. So Papa Ajasko, he had no hair on his head. I don't know if it was natural or because of the TV show they used to barb his hair, but the middle of his hair was bald. The middle of his head rather was bald, and he had like tiny pieces of hair at the sides or something. Guys, that was the way I was when I was a baby till like I was 1 year old. If you see my baby picture, I don't know if I'll be able to add it to this video by the time I'm editing. I pray I find the courage to put that picture. But if you guys, when you guys see this video and you did not see that picture there, just know that I did not have the courage to put the picture. Okay? They used to call me Mama Ajasko because I had no hair on my head. My mom used to tell me that I had just maybe like 2 strands on different patches or sides of my head. It was so funny. And when I look at my pictures, and I look at my pictures now, I look at my pictures then, what God cannot do really does not exist. Anyway, so that's not the point of what I want to say. So I have always been on natural hair since like I ever remember, since I was a child. But I would say that my natural hair journey really began in 2020. Yes, 2020. You ask me why. So everyone knows that 2020 in Nigeria then was the heat of the lockdown period. So everyone was at home, we're not doing anything. And someone posted on my timeline then about an online, lots of online classes were going on at that time. So I was able to learn a few skills. So I saw someone posted something about learning about natural hair. I did not really know what it was about then, but I just clicked on the link, I registered, I joined the WhatsApp group, and then that was how it all started. So our coach then, or tutor, our coach, her name is Shewa. Anywhere you are today, God will bless you. I don't know if you get to see this video, but shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. So she was the one who changed my orientation about natural hair entirely during that online class. So we learned a lot of things, learned about products, hair types, just loving your hair. Like, it was so beautiful. I enjoyed my experience in that online class. And since then, my hair has never remained the same. Trust me, guys, it has never remained the same. It has become longer, softer, beautiful texture. No, man, you can see it. You can see. Let's continue in the video. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is your hair porosity, texture, and structure. These are simply ways to classify your hair. Your hair porosity simply talks about the ability of your hair to absorb moisture and products. So it could be of low porosity, normal porosity, or high porosity. And the hair texture talks about how your hair feels to touch. So some people have fine texture, some people have coarse texture, and some people have a thick texture. While your hair structure basically talks about the curl or coil pattern in your hair. So you've heard a couple of people say, oh, I have a type 4C hair, I have a type 4B hair, and the likes. So there are other ways to classify your hair, like there's the hair density. It's just basically the volume of hair, or how voluminous the whole hair on your head is. I'll try and make a whole video on these three things to explain it better, but I'll just put it this way for now. Okay, next is pre-poo, basically pre-shampoo. A pre-poo is a treatment you apply to your hair before the actual shampoo process. What it just helps you to do is to detangle your hair. It makes your hair feel soft and vibrant. But one of the major things pre-poo does to your hair, it helps to mask your hair to prevent the harsh chemicals from the shampoo from acting directly into your hair. So some of the products you can use to pre-poo your hair, you can use hair oil like coconut oil, argan oil, or olive oil. You can also use other things like honey and aloe vera. I use aloe vera in my hair. I use aloe vera to pre-poo my hair, and it works beautifully fine. I use it to pre-poo my hair before I shampoo my hair, and it's a very good thing you can add to your wash day routine. This leads me to the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is shampoo. Everybody knows what shampooing is, which is simply washing your hair. You just need to pay attention to the kind of shampoo you use depending on the kind of hair you have, and also pay attention to the ingredients you have in your shampoo before buying them. I, for one, when I go to the store to shop for my hair products, I make sure I read the ingredients in most especially my shampoo before buying them. I want to make sure there's no sulfur and some other harmful chemicals and ingredients in them. Next is conditioner. So there is the washout conditioner, the deep conditioner, and the leave-in conditioner. Don't worry, I'll differentiate them. So the washout conditioner, basically what it means is wash out. So this is the conditioner you use in your hair after you shampoo. So most companies produce a shampoo and a conditioner that goes along with it. So after shampooing your hair, you use the conditioner in your hair, and I know sometimes they tell you to leave in for 3 to 5 minutes and then you wash out the conditioner. While a deep conditioner is a very, very important part of your hair routine, a deep conditioner helps to add moisture and treatment into your hair. So after you must have used the chemicals in the shampoo and the conditioner to wash your hair and wash your hair oil and moisture, the deep conditioner helps to bring back whatever nutrients and moisture you must have lost in your washing. So a deep conditioner, you apply it in your hair. There are store-bought deep conditioners, and you can also DIY your deep conditioner. There are lots of DIY products you can use to deep condition your hair. So basically you apply the deep conditioner in your hair, you leave in for maybe 10-20 minutes, or depending on the product you use, and you rinse it out of your hair later on. That's for the deep conditioner. And the leave-in conditioner, basically the name, leave-in conditioner. This is the conditioner you leave in your hair. You don't wash it out, you don't rinse it out. Okay, so a leave-in conditioner kind of like does the same job the deep conditioner does to your hair, which is to add moisture to your hair. But a leave-in conditioner is something you apply, if not every day, maybe alternate days. So there's a way you can use a leave-in conditioner to bring moisture or add moisture to your hair. So there is the L.O.C method or the L.C.O method. These are just three basic things: L.O.C, leave-in conditioner, oil, and cream or hair butter, hair cream. So the L.O.C or L.C.O is simply just the way you apply the product in your hair. So if you are doing the L.O.C method, it means you apply the leave-in conditioner first, the oil, and then the cream in your hair, while the L.C.O is almost like the reverse. So the leave-in conditioner first, the cream, and the oil. These are just ways to moisturize your hair, which I advise you to do regularly. So I, for one, I do not like products build up in my hair, so I only moisturize my hair on alternate days. Maybe if I moisturize today, the next time I'll moisturize is the day after tomorrow. So I moisturize my hair alternate days, or sometimes when I feel my hair is visibly dry, I moisturize my hair. I do this because of the nature of hair I have. But if you know you have a really dry hair, or your hair porosity is low, you want to make sure you moisturize your hair as regularly as possible, and make sure you're using the right leave-in conditioner for your hair. Another thing I'll be talking about is protein treatment. Yes, bodybuilding, but no, this one is hair building. So let me give you a brief anatomy of the hair. Yeah, so the hair is made up of water, keratin, minerals, and some pigments, and it is divided into three parts. There's the hair medulla, the hair cuticle, and the hair cortex. The medulla is the innermost part, followed by the cuticle. Or is it cuticle? It's cuticle, man, I know. Cuticle, and then the hair cortex. So the hair cuticle is that part of the hair that gets affected when your hair is damaged. It's that first part of the hair when your hair is mistreated or your hair has been affected by something. It is the cuticle that gets affected, and the hair cortex protects the cuticle. The cortex is majorly composed of keratin, which is also known as protein or amino acids. Now, this hair cortex can be affected by so many things, like vapor, maybe when you wash your hair with too hot or too cold water, and some chemicals from maybe hair dyes and relaxers, and some nutritional deficiencies as well, like vitamin D deficiency, iron deficiency. All these things affect the keratin in your hair. One of the signs that you can notice in your hair to tell you that your hair is lacking protein, I'll let you know. The first one is the loss of hair elasticity. So hair elasticity is basically when you stretch your hair. Now, I don't mean with heat or with any straightener, with blow drying. Like when you pull on your hair, the ability of your hair to stretch and return back to its coily state is known as your hair elasticity. Don't worry, I'll show you. There's a reason I'm on this hairstyle today. So your hair elasticity is, I hope you can see it. So when you pull on your hair this way and it straightens out and you release it, the ability of your hair to bounce back to the coily state or to shrink, yeah, I think shrink is a better word. So a good shrinkage is a sign of a healthy hair. So the ability of your hair to straighten out and curl back is the hair elasticity. So when your hair loses its elasticity, it is a sign that your hair is lacking protein. Another thing you can notice in your hair to tell you that you need protein is breakage, breaking out. You're combing your hair, even when you're not combing your hair, maybe you just pull on your hair even though it's not good or advisable to always or keep pulling your hair, but when you like just have a feel in your hair, you pull on your hair and you see your hair fall out and break out, it is a sign that your hair lacks protein and you need to do a protein treatment. One way or one method to do a protein treatment is using the rice water method. There are a lot of debates about if rice water is good for your hair or not, but I'm not really sure of my stand in it, because personally I've only used rice water a few number of times and I cannot tell if it's really helped put protein in my hair or not, but I did it. But there are store-bought protein treatments. So if you go to the store, there are some protein treatments, the products they sell that you can buy if you don't want to do the DIY or the rice water treatment. But most importantly, make sure you do a protein treatment, and it is advisable to do a protein it is advisable to do a protein treatment 3 to 6 monthly. So too much of everything is not good. If you excessively treat your hair with protein, it makes your hair become dry and brittle. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is a very crucial part to your natural hair lifestyle, your natural hair journey, or your natural hair routine, which is protective styles. Yes, it is very important to make protective styles because it helps you to retain your length and reduce breakage. So if you say you've been growing your hair for 3 years and it is still the same, it's not growing, look into the styles you make with your hair. So if the hairstyle you're making is not keeping your edges in check, it's not keeping your hair roots in check, it's not keeping your hair ends in check, that is not a protective hairstyle. Or if you make a hairstyle and your scalp is like they are dragging everything to meet at the middle, and you're having those is it pimple now or boils on your edges, no, that is not a protective hairstyle. Let me tell you guys something maybe you do not know. Everybody's hair grows, everybody. So research shows that, or has it that, or stated that our hair grows from about half an inch to 1 inch every month. So even if you're on low cuts or your hair is long or high cuts, your hair keeps growing. But the thing that makes the difference between someone who has a long hair and you believe is growing and your own hair that has been the same length for 3 years, 10 years is because that person is retaining her length or his length and you are not retaining your length, or you are shedding off your length. So it is one thing for your hair to grow, it is one thing to have new growths in your hair, and it is another thing for you to keep that new growth in your hair. And this is the work of protective styles. It helps you to keep your new growth in your hair for longer length. So it's even not just about having long hair or keeping your new growth. When taking down your protective hairstyles too, how do you do it? So the new growth your protective style has helped you to keep in your hair. By the time you are loosening your hair and you're using comb to comb your hair like you're fighting with your hair, you shed off those new growths. I made a video on how to take down your protective hairstyle. I'm going to try and link it up in this video so you can watch it to learn how to properly take down your protective hairstyles. Another thing I'm going to talk about is blow drying and air drying. So blow drying is just using a minimum or minimal amount of heat to dry out your hair after washing, while air drying is just leaving your hair out without mechanical heat or whatever heat. So leaving your hair to allow the room temperature to dry out your hair naturally, which is what I mostly do. It is advisable for someone who is on natural hair, or even if your hair is not natural, even if your hair is relaxed, you can have a healthy hair. So it is advisable for you to air dry when you can and when possible. Sometimes you might be in a rush, or you go to the salon to wash your hair and they use a blow dryer. But when you have to use a blow dryer, make sure you're using the lowest heat you can use, and you're using heat protectant in your hair if at all you would use a blow dryer. But if you can, make sure you're air drying your hair. So the last thing I'm going to be talking about in today's video is trimming. Yes, trimming your hair. It is equally important for you to trim your hair. You see those split ends in your hair. Okay, if you don't know what split ends are, why is English so hard like this? Split ends are those parts of your hair that are already dead. They are weak. They are just like weeds. You don't need them. They're useless. They are not helpful for your hair. They would increase, if you don't take them out, they cause excessive breakage in your hair, and then you lose your hair length. Don't be scared of trimming your hair. You don't have to trim your hair every wash day. You can trim your hair maybe every month or every 2 months, depending on how you feel you need a trim. So for me, I trim my hair when I can visibly see those split ends. Like when I comb out my hair or I detangle my hair and I see those weak parts hanging loose, I make sure I get a trim. So don't be scared of trimming, because some people feel like, oh, you're cutting your hair. No, if you're trimming your hair, you're not cutting your hair, because it is the unhealthy part of your hair you are taking out. So trim your hair today. So I want to add that having a healthy hair does not necessarily mean being on natural hair. You can have a relaxed hair or a texturized hair and your hair can still be healthy. First things first that I want you and need you to do and know is for you to love your hair, irrespective of the texture, irrespective of the color, the curl pattern, if it is 4A, if it is 3A, whatever the type of hair you have, you need to love your hair first. After loving your hair, the next thing you need to do is to understand your hair. Understand the type of hair you have and understand the kind of product that works for your hair. Not all products will work for your hair. The kind of product that work for my hair might not work for your hair. Another thing I want to say is that you need to put in the work to get what you want. If you want a long, healthy hair, you need to put in the work to get a long, healthy hair. Have a hair routine that you follow, or even if it's DIY you want to use, definitely fine, go for it. Just use the right products. That is what counts, and it takes time. You put in the time, you put in the work when taking down your hair, when maintaining your hair, just like any other thing in this life that you need to do. If you want good results, you put in good efforts. Motivation pop. So we have come to the end of today's video, guys. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions for me, please put it down in the comment section and I will be right there to answer you. And if you know anything that I might not have mentioned in the video, please put it down as well so other people can have a read and learn from it as well. Like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Don't just watch and go. Like my video, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share as much as you can. Don't forget, don't leave without leaving a comment. Okay, stay blessed, remain beautiful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.